Hello. I just got done with a workout, so I feel like a smoothie. It's so hot today and I'm gonna do some work from outside. I also got some color. I gotta work on my stomach though. But we are a week out from completing my first half marathon. Girl, that sucked, not gonna lie. The heat, the humidity, I could not stop thinking, wow, I can't wait to stop. It was mentally so much harder. So for those that don't know, this is what happened. My friends from Brazil and Spain were like, we're gonna run a half marathon in early June. Would you wanna run with us? And I was like, maybe. They were already a month into training, so I was like a month behind. But I had also thought to myself, well, let me just start like before, because I had thought about it. I should run a half marathon soon. So it wasn't like I wasn't running at all. So I started training for like a month and a half. With how I was training, I made a post on my Instagram of all the things that I did to help keep me healthy, set me up for success. Of course, there's a lot of things out of my control, but I did absolutely everything that I can within my power to support myself and my fitness and the journey. One of the biggest things is I ran with my friend Taylor. She's super speedy. So we were flying sometimes. Like I felt like Dash from The Incredibles running on Lakeshore Drive because we were running that fast. Like felt so good, felt so healthy. Oh wait. Hold on, let me back it up real quick. So I signed up for this half marathon. Everything was closed, but I was like, hey, my friends are running in a group. I really want to be there to run with them. Like, please let me in. And they were like, yeah, sure, no problem. It'll be this price for the race medal t-shirt, or you just get the medal and do the race. And I was like, I don't care about no t-shirt. So I wasn't sure what to expect. However, I did see this girl on TikTok. She just posted her half marathon that was on Lakeshore Drive with a small run club, and I was like, wait, is this gonna be mine soon? And so I already had a visual in my head, but then when I saw this, I was like, wait, that would be fun. And actually in her run, her and her friend got lost, and so did the pacer, but they had pacers. I wasn't sure if we were gonna have pacers or not, but so yeah, I had this idea in my head and that did not happen. So this company, this run club, they were like, okay, we'll send you the route a week before. And I thought that was sus. None of my friends thought that was sus until I was like, what? And they were like, oh wait, I guess when you say it like that, yeah, that is weird. And so I was like, okay, but I'm trusting that you guys did your research. Again, there's only so much research that you can do for this run club. But anyways, we get the route. It's 8.5 laps around Montrose Harbor, which is just a boat harbor in Chicago. 8.5 laps. And my friends were so pissed that they were also like laughing but crying. I actually crashed out. And I did cry. Because I had this idea. So when something doesn't go to plan in my head, crash out. When I'm in the comforts of my own home, absolutely. I just hate when things don't go to plan. So that was rough. And with all of that said and done, they were like, wait, there's another option. We can create our own route and do a virtual, I don't know, some bullshit. So I was like, okay, let me create a route. Created it on Strava, whatever. It wasn't the best route, but I got it done the day before the race. So we end up running it, but we didn't experience the full effect. Like while a bunch of other runners were running past us, it was so hot and humid that morning. Oh my God, it felt so much harder because of that. And then I don't know, you just don't get the crowds cheering you on. Luckily my mom and my brother came into town and they stood at like a mile 3 marker, and then they stood at the finish line, and so that was nice to look forward to. But it was so hard mentally, like not to have that motivation. Or even like when I'm running with my friend Taylor, like I think she kind of like slows up a bit for me, which I do appreciate. It was hard. I was like, damn, I can't believe that was so much harder, like not running with someone next to you. Because then 2 of my other friends honestly like sped past me, which was fine, go ahead. The week of, right here, I have really tight muscles like underneath my shoulder blade, and I was doing this movement with weights and I felt it just like spasm, and it was not good. Like my neck looked like I was from like Cortland. I was like, YB, because I could not have it like straight on my head. So it's okay now. I went to the chiropractor yesterday too. I ran the half marathon with like a tweaked neck kind of. It kind of loosened it up honestly, but I still did not feel 100% healthy. But I'm excited to get back into more weightlifting. I'm excited to also train for my second half marathon, which will definitely be a legit one. It'll be in September, the Chicago Lifetime one. So I'm quite excited. I'm gonna set that up today because I'll be running with the charity. Then my next one will be High Rocks. Absolutely, I wanna do High Rocks in like October or November or December. I put it on me and my cousin's bucket list, and so we have to do it. But the problem is she doesn't wanna go out of country, and that's where the most availability is. It's so hard to get other tickets, but regardless. Okay, I wanna show you how I make my post-workout smoothie. That will also count as my lunch as a dietitian. I'll probably have like another snack just because I am quite hungry. I already kind of got the base started, sorry. I did about a cup of this unsweetened kefir, mainly because of I didn't want to use my soy milk. I've been wanting to just like save that for lattes only. And also this offers like a nice tanginess. The probiotics, live and active cultures, amazing for our gut health. But I put that as the base. I added, hold on. Clean and Simple Eats brought me or sent me some of their sample packets. So I plopped in their caramel toffee because that sounded really fire. So I added one of these, which has 20 grams of protein already. And then I added collagen, which no, is not a complete protein, but can really help with ligaments, tendons. Yes, some studies show like hair, skin, nails. So this is base. I'm gonna add like a little splash of water because I don't want it too thick. I kind of like a smoothie in the summer to be the perfect consistency, which hopefully I'll get. Okay. Also, collagen is best absorbed with vitamin C. So yes, there is some vitamin C within banana. Oh, what's going on here? So I got 2 frozen bananas, and this one will be pretty simple, but so we will add 2 bananas, B vitamins, antioxidants, carbohydrates. Sometimes I'll put other stuff like creatine in here, but I've already had my creatine earlier this morning, so I don't really need that. I'll add 2 ice cubes. And then a secret ingredient most people don't use or know about is adding oats for more fiber, for more carbohydrates, because our muscles need enough carbs in order to adequately rebuild and repair with protein. I also want to be fuller longer. Oftentimes, if you just have a plain smoothie with fruit, you will be hungry within 30 minutes because there's not that protein or enough fiber or carbohydrates to kind of keep your energy and blood sugar levels stable and actually make it last long. So I'm going to make this into an actual meal. If you're just wanting to have like a fruit smoothie snack, go on ahead, girl. Maybe add a little bit of protein in there though. But this is going to be kind of it's not like a meal replacement, it is a meal for me because this is where I want my meal to come from today. I'll add a 1/3 cup of oats. And usually that is the perfect amount. Sometimes I'll add more, sometimes I'll add less. Today I did a bit of a heavy lift and I want to ensure that I am fueling my body properly today. Okay, and that is really it. Okay, and I would add more fruit normally, but this is caramel toffee flavored. I'm not gonna add pineapple or blueberries to that. That would not taste good, in my opinion. This looks good. And I even have it's an interesting flavor, I will say. Like I've never had this flavor of Clean Simple Eats. It's not bad, but I'm glad I did the kefir though, because sometimes it can almost be too sweet. Yesterday, I made one of my favorite combination smoothies. Clean Simple Eats has a coconut cream flavor, and when I first tried it, I was like, oh my God. I added, I think it was frozen mango, ice cubes, milk, collagen, and then I think that was it. And it was so fire. And then yesterday I made that same thing, but with pineapple instead, and it was also so good. Also know today I'm gonna have a dip that's higher in fat, probably as like a snack. And not that I'm like, oh, I'm not having any fat at lunch because of that, but maybe I'm just subconsciously thinking like, oh, it's okay if I don't get all the fats in here because I'm gonna have it soon in the form of a dip, and I'd rather get some of it from there. But that's how I make my post-workout protein shake, and I think a little bit of almond butter would taste phenomenal in this. But yeah, cheers.